Shalom, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who have learned from. And going into this lesson, earthquakes in diverse places. As you can see here, we have a little picture of the map showing all the most recent earthquakes, their dates, and the magnitude of these earthquakes. Which recently there's been an uptick in 7.0 magnitude earthquakes. You know, two recent major earthquakes struck globally in August 2026. A magnitude 7.7 earthquake offshore of East Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia on August 14th, and a magnitude 7.4 earthquake in Choco, Colombia on August 10th. And I pulled this up on the Google AI thing, and it's showing the most recent 7.0 magnitude earthquakes. You can see the most powerful one was in Indonesia, a 7.7, 7.4, 7.3. And these are just the 7.0s. You still have these 6.0s, which are very powerful earthquakes. I believe the one that struck Haiti in 2010 was a 6.0 magnitude earthquake. And all these earthquakes are just a sign from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whether he has Esau doing it, through his technology, or he's doing it via the angels. And all these earthquakes, there has been a lot of damage, and hundreds of thousands of people have died, with all these earthquakes. Many people has lost their lives. And this is just like a piece of an article that I basically took the headline from End Time Headlines. It says powerful magnitude 7.6 earthquake strikes off the coast of Indonesia. Huge earthquake strikes Indonesia. A powerful undersea earthquake measuring a magnitude 7.6 struck off the coast of Indonesia on Saturday in the Flores region, according to the report from Reuters, citing the European Mediterranean Seismological Center. And I have a video here getting into the HARP and the technology that Esau has that can induce these earthquakes.
What's really happening in Colombia, Indonesia, and all around the world is all by design. These earthquakes are man-made, and we have a whistleblower to prove it. Former Raytheon contractor Eric Heckner says not only do these weapon systems cause earthquakes, but they also were the ones behind the fires in Lahaina, Hawaii.
Unfortunately, when they first fired it up, that was when we had the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. There was 2 incidental shots before they were able to target it correctly. This is an earthquake generating device as well. This is the weapons of war that we have to deal with now and what Raytheon's hiding. The Atmospheric Research Observatory is in what we call the clean air sector. I witnessed myself a very powerful green laser shooting out of the top of this facility into the cosmos. This, I believe, is a secondary form of long-range communications and or a defense system.
Of course, all this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't actually think our government did any of these things. It's not like they've ever done anything bad to us in the past with 9/11 or COVID, right? It's not like Antarctica is the only place in the world where all of our leaders somehow can come into agreement. Guys, it's not like former world leaders spoke out against these earthquake-causing weapon systems. Oh, wait.
Saying that the U.S. Navy launched a weapon capable of inducing a powerful earthquake off the shore of Haiti. He adds that this time it was only a drill, and the final target is destroying and taking over Iran.
Did you catch that last part? He said these weapon systems would be used to help take out Iran. Who are we at war with again? Are we awake yet?
Yeah, so whether Esau is doing it or not, the Heavenly Father controls all things. So if Esau has these weapons that can control and induce earthquakes, that's a part of his blessing, because in the kingdom, we're going to be able to shift the earth around, and do all these things. So Esau is just doing it on the left-hand side, you know, and that's a part of his blessing. That's a part of his weapons that he's used to destroy other nations, and it's also fulfilling prophecy of the earthquakes in diverse places. Let's get in some of these scriptures. Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And how do we know that the time is at hand? These earthquakes are a sign, one of many signs that the time is at hand. We have most recently we had this eclipse, complete lunar eclipse or solar eclipse that happened. So those are also part of the signs, uproars of the people. All these things are signs of the end. The end of this kingdom. 2 Peter 1 and 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. Yeah, so these prophecies are sure, and if you're taking heed, that's a good thing, because only a prudent and wise person will take heed to these prophecies and regard them as something that's very important, and it can be detrimental if you don't take heed. Isaiah 62 and 11. Behold, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I proclaim unto the end of the world. Say ye to the daughters of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. So yeah, the end of the world is here. We're literally witnessing all these prophecies play out, signifying the end of the world. We don't know exactly what day it's going to be on, but we know by the signs that the Heavenly Father is giving us that we're closer than ever, and he has a reward for those, that diligently look for his coming, and keep a watchful eye on prophecy, try to keep their garments as clean as possible, because we're always going to sin, but we still have to rehearse the righteous acts and keep our garments white and clean to be accepted. Mark 13 and 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. Yeah, because we are hearing all these rumors of war, with Iran, and the US, Russia and Ukraine, China and Taiwan, North Korea and South Korea, all these things, man. Like, these are signs that the Heavenly Father is giving us to know that the end is near, but not yet. And like I just mentioned, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, as we are seeing now, even more than ever, even more powerful earthquakes. And I believe at one point we didn't even have on the scale a 7.0 magnitude, but now we're seeing them more frequently as we approach the end. And there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. Yeah. So we're seeing all these things, man, and it's not even, the thick of it. This is just like the beginning. So it's gonna get way worse. It's gonna get much worse, man, than what we're seeing now. And I feel like we can't even prepare for this thing. We just have to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to bring us into these times, through these times and out of these times, man. Because we can prepare as best as we can, but I don't feel like anyone is prepared for the disasters that we're going to face. But through the strength of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we will make it through only by his strength. Matthew 24:2, and Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So you see here, everything here, man, is going to be turned upside down, right side up. Everything is going to get flipped, everything. All these things that Esau has done it throughout the world, to put this world upside down, is going to set it right side up. So things are going to get shaken up, man. And, the disciples always inquired, when the end is going to be and when the beginning of the kingdom is going to be, And Yahushua told them about all these signs, all the signs that we're seeing now, And I jumped to Matthew 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So the gospel has been out, The gospel has been out for a while now. And now we're seeing the fruits of the gospel, and, we're seeing the end of things. And Isaiah 32:7, the instruments also of the true are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. So all these are devices that Esau has, these weapons that he uses to destroy the planet and the people on the planet. That's an evil thing that he's doing. But the Heavenly Father is allowing him to do these things because all these things needs to be for a Mashiach's return, Yahweh Shai. 2nd Esdras 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. As I said, Esau's technology, harp weapons, rods of God, nuclear bombs, all these things are a part of his evil devices, his wicked devices. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. So, which is talking about us, the Israelites. The Lord always saved a remnant of His people. Second Esdras 9:22, which is the point that I was trying to make by drawing these precepts. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And the elect are perfect, man. And which is why we're seeing multitudes of people, just being killed off. All these earthquakes, a lot of people have died in these earthquakes, and a lot more will perish in the times to come. Mark 13:19. For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation with power created unto this time, neither shall be. So there's a great suffering coming, man, especially to Babylon. And except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom He hath chosen, He hath shortened the days. And as you can see, we're already in August. We're almost at the end of the year, man. That the time has been flying. And whether you're working or you're not working, the time is still going by fast. As soon as you wake up in the morning, it's 12, then 2, then 3, then 4. The time is just going just like that. 2 Peter 3:3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. And scoffers, a lot of them, they're necessary. That just shows you're doing the right thing if you have scoffers. And a lot of these scoffers, they're gonna turn from their scoffing and learn knowledge. A lot of them are gonna turn around because they're gonna see all the things that we're saying coming to pass. What the book has said. And saying, where is the promise of His coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. And that's the proverbs that a lot of these people say that claim they're atheists or whatever they are, man. Just, you guys been saying that for a long time. You guys been saying that for decades, years, But what they don't understand is that prophecy has to be, prophecy has to take place. The Heavenly Father set everything in order, and He doesn't move nor stir them, like He said. So things have to happen before the Heavenly Father comes back, the Son. He can't just jump and come back, because he already set everything in its time. This is Ezekiel 12:22. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. So you see, like these people that talk about, all the vision, all the prophecies are not coming to pass. The Heavenly Father is not coming back. The Son, that He's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna cause that proverb to cease. He's gonna cause it. Cause these people to not say these things anymore, because they're going to see the prophecies, coming to pass. For there shall be no more any vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So all these earthquakes, all these eclipses that we're seeing, these uprisings of the people, are all signs. And there's a lot of people now that's realizing that the vision is no more prolonged, And with that being said, Shalom, and giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. Shalom. Till the next one.